I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Come on, sing along.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook. Sometimes I go picking with my boyfriend, sometimes it's my best friend Sue, and sometimes it's my kids. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and hopefully just maybe making a profit. Okay, are we focused? Focus on me, camera. And maybe him. Okay. All right, so out on the table here in front of us, we have everything from our past 2 days of shopping with Real Nifty Vintage. Jeffrey, Aaron, and Barb, except for my cement cat. I did not feel like moving it. It's very heavy. It's actually out front.
I wasn't moving it
Yeah,
either.
we just left the cement cat out on the stoop where it lives now because it's cement, and that's what you do with cement cats. It's not going anywhere. I don't even think anyone would want to steal that cement cat.
And if you wanted to pay for shipping
I know.
on that,
A couple people were like, "Oh, we want the cat," and I'm like, "No,
no, you don't.
You don't want the cat. The cat's very heavy." But anyway, so beside that, we have everything else out on the table here in front of us. So we're going to talk about what we got at the antique shop and what we got at the thrift store. Talk about what we paid for it and how much we can expect to get for it on eBay. We're not doing so much with Etsy anymore. I'm not real too fond of their new rules that they just put into place. So we're kind of boycotting them, I feel like. Andrew doesn't really know about their new rules.
I don't know.
We haven't really talked about it. But we're like, before it was like, well, I'm just gonna take a break from Etsy, and now it's like, well, you know what, Etsy, forget you. So if you want to find our stuff, you can find it over on eBay for the time being. Let's talk about what we got at the antique shop. Would you like to go first? Since you like apparently just put stuff in our cart that I didn't even realize was going in our cart at the antique shop, and then you're like, oh, and you bought some stuff for me too, and I didn't even realize what I bought for you. So why don't you share with us what we bought at the antique shop?
Well, actually, this was a pick for resale. This is kind of cool. Made in Japan. It's what's that? A stork?
Yeah, it's a heron.
Heron.
I think.
Egret.
I have it
Stork.
listed as a heron on eBay.
Bird.
No,
Mama.
Like, what is that? Is that a stork?
Mama feeding the
Did I
baby.
list that wrong? No, I'm pretty sure it's
No,
a
that's
heron.
good. Yeah, that's cool though. I really liked it.
I liked it too. It does have a crack, so I had to list it as is. But I started the bidding, I think, at $2.
Yeah, we got this really, really cheap too. So I mean,
yeah,
you
it
know,
was pretty cheap.
Yeah, so to pass that along at a reasonable price, that's
Yeah,
there's
and we'll
nothing
put
wrong
our
with
total
that.
spend at the antique shop here up in the corner, but please keep in mind that we did buy quite a few things for ourselves, so it's not really kind of a very accurate account of what we spent as far as resale goes, but to give you a rough idea of what we spent, we'll put it up here. So. Okay, continue.
Okay, so this was an antique shop.
Oh, wait, do you want to talk about how much we can get for the stork?
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking probably, if it wasn't shipped, we would probably get, I don't know, between $15 and $20 for it. Because it's chipped, we're probably looking at the $10 to $15 range.
Still, I mean,
Yeah, it's still good.
still a cool piece.
Yes.
Good eye on my part. And then I picked this for myself. A little Gettysburg ruby glass. Yep, 1863. It's just a souvenir. These are like turn of the century. And
They did a lot of
teens
that in
and
turn of the
yeah, teens, 20s.
A lot of that
I
souvenir
just
stuff.
I like this stuff. I really like this ruby glass, and it fits my Gettysburg stuff.
Yeah.
So that was a me item. This is kind of sort of a me item. No, actually that was yeah, it was.
You had something else from the antique shop. I don't think you made it out of the box. I think it's still out on the porch.
I don't know.
What was it?
I don't remember.
It was a platter. Wasn't it? He doesn't even remember what I bought him. That's how much it meant to him.
I don't remember. Oh, it was the handleless cup.
No. That was the next video. Don't give any spoilers.
I can't keep track of all the crap we buy. It's so difficult. Like, okay, so This shopping trip was what? How many days ago?
I can't remember. They all blur together.
And days ago. Days ago. And she expects me to remember days ago.
Watch the videos so you remember what we bought and you can talk about it.
Look,
anyway.
You're lucky you get me to go shopping.
Let's talk about what I got at the antique shop because I loaded up on some really awesome pieces. A few of which I am keeping for myself. Hey Andrew, speaking of, do you want to go grab that giant blue vase off of that hutch over there for me?
Isn't there two of
them? Oh yeah, there's one right over there in that sunroom.
And I remember what the other
I only
item
need one
was.
of them to talk about.
It was a Gettysburg souvenir plate.
It's out on the porch.
That would be it.
Yeah, I didn't actually unwrap it. I was like, what is this, a plate? And then I left it in the thing.
Yep, that would be it. It was a Gettysburg souvenir plate. So, yes.
I was doing listings and I'm like, I don't think this is something that needs to be listed anyway, so I'm not going to unwrap it. Okay, so one of the first items that I got at the antique shop was a giant Swan glass vase, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I actually bought two of them. I fell so in love with it. Andrew is cradling it. They were $19 a piece. They are going into my collection. I have mentioned this group multiple times on my YouTube channel, and every time I do, they get this like influx of new group members, and they're like, oh my gosh, where are all these people coming from? And they're like, oh, the crazy lamp lady mentioned you. It's Ellie Smith Glass Horse. I know I'm gonna get demonetized for that. It is a group on Facebook, and they had the most amazing displays of Swan glass vases. It's just phenomenal. But they've inspired me to start kind of putting together my own displays. So this is mine, and so is this one. I bought two. $19 a piece, which I believe is actually a pretty good price. I'm not sure how much these typically go for as far as buying them for a collector's price, but I think $19 a piece for a collector's price is actually.
I like the color of these.
I think that would be good for resale, but I'm not reselling them. Now you can go.
They're going down here.
Be very careful. I love those. They're my new best friends. Besides Stu. Stu's my first best friend. All right. So besides those.
Shame, this one's got a crack.
What?
Just kidding.
Okay. All right. Gotta regain my composure here. Another item that we got at the antique shop was this bowl. Ah, yes. This is a marigold opalescent bowl. You can see the white on the back and it's marigold. This piece I believe is Dugan, but the problem is I can't confirm. I cannot find this pattern. I'm like so lost and doubting myself because I cannot find this pattern anywhere. The apple blossom pattern is very similar, but it's not the apple blossom pattern. So I am completely lost in trying to identify this pattern. I did decide I was going to list it, but I can't list it until I ID the pattern. So.
Have you gone up to my office and looked on the bookshelf?
For the Carnival glass book? No, I have not. I just looked on the interwebs where everything lives. We're not. You and your books. Okay. So I did buy the Carnival glass bowl. I was gonna keep it for myself, but I have a lot of it, and I should probably, you know, there's a lot of pieces that that have sentimental value to me because they have come, you know, through my family. But this piece came from an antique shop, so I probably will end up listing this as soon as I ID the pattern. Another piece that I got at the antique shop that I was pretty proud of was this. This is an Art Deco creamer sugar lusterware set from Japan with a caddy.
It is pretty cool.
It's amazing. I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the Art Deco lines. I can tell you that I paid $18 for this even without having it right in front of me because I was like, $18? Can I make money? Yes, I can. So the actual caddy itself is a blue luster, and the interior of the creamer and sugar is peach luster. So the lines are just, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the circus. I love it. No, don't. So it is made in Japan, but you don't often find them with a caddy that goes with them. So
no, I don't think I've ever seen a caddy.
No, I would expect that to probably go between $40 and $50.
Yeah, I can see
so
that.
So I'm gonna double my money on that, which is good because my total spend was a little high. Another piece I bought at the antique shop was this lamp. And I bought it because I thought it was funky and neat and vintage. I liked that it had a fiberglass shade. I liked that I'd never seen one like it, and then I had no idea why anyone would make a
race car shoe boat with a spoiler.
Do you know what this is?
A race car shoe boat with a spoiler?
No, my viewers told me what this is. This is off of like a poem. It's called Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod.
Oh yeah.
This is the shoe from the poem. So unfortunately the shade is tearing in some spots. The shade is in kind of rough shape, but it's easily replaceable. You can get a sheet of fiberglass and redo it. Like, it's not, I mean, the actual big shades, the drum shades are a lot, they're pretty difficult to redo. But this is just a sheet that you just would need to cut, but I don't have the time. I don't, so.
And all you would have to do is essentially unravel the string, lay this down on top of the new sheet of fiberglass.
Yeah.
Take a pencil, trace each little hole.
Just punch them, yeah.
You could just trace these, but trace around and then cut it out, and you have a perfect brand new sail.
I just don't have the time to do it, so I'm selling it as is. I think I started the bidding at $15, so I started it low. I'll be happy to make my money back, but I thought it was really cool that it like had a story to go with it, because I just thought it was a neat lamp.
Yeah.
I like unusual lamps, as you guys know. Another piece I got at the antique shop was the skunk. I just happened to be walking back to bring something. I think the caddy up front, and I walked past this guy. I was like, oh my gosh, look at him. He's adorable. Cool. He's got his original tag on it, Stinky Savings Bank.
That's cool.
And on the back, he's got his original sticker, Napco Originals by Gift Craft. So he's Japan, but he's got feathers, and he does have some crazing. So he's got that age look to him, but I really liked the skunk. So he is a bank. I'm thinking for him, I could expect to probably get 25 to 35 for him. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his plug in the bottom, so.
Those are easy to get, though.
Yeah.
You can go.
I figured as much.
They're a standard size, actually, so you can just about take a plug out of just about any piggy bank and stick it in there.
I just thought it was strange that he has his original tag, his original sticker, and he's missing his plug. It was just weird. But anyway, the other item.
This was actually from the same booth as the bird.
Oh, this isn't part of this haul. Wait, no. Wrong haul. Bah! You didn't see that.
Yeah, it is.
No, that's from the next haul video. No, it didn't. I know. Trust me. I know these things.
Watch the video.
You can go watch the video. I promise you, I know where that came from. Okay. These little Chinese chalkware figurines, I don't believe they were originally painted yellow, because the bottom you can see the red, and there's some areas where you can actually see the red on them. So I think somebody actually painted their clothes and their hat yellow, which I thought was interesting. But I like the yellow. I think it kind of pops more so than I would think that the red would. So it's their Mark. Gosh, I'm gonna try to read this.
Yeah, I tried.
Dexter I don't know. Dexter something. It's not really important.
This one's much cooler.
But we paid $5 for the pair of them. I would expect probably, chalkware doesn't sell that well unless it's a fabulous, amazing lamp that's like atomic or, mid-century modern or something fantastic. These little guys would probably sell, I want to say, between $18 and $25. And they do have some shipping. That's to be expected with chalkware chips. It's just how it is, and people who collect it understand that it's just what it does. So also, let's talk about the blankets that we got real quick so we can move on to the thrift store stuff. I bought this Afghan. Now when I got it, it actually had like a really bad smell. And I put it through the wash twice. And actually, it smells like, you can't even, there's no smell. No. I put it through the wash twice and then hung it out to dry in the sun like all day. And the smell is gone. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But I washed it in OxyClean and Woolite. I think it was Woolite. But I just absolutely love the colors. They're so bright. And some of my viewers pointed out that this is like the hexagon pattern. Now, unfortunately, there are some of these blocks that the yarn, I should say 2 blocks, where the yarn has started to split away. So somebody who knows how to crochet would hopefully be able to fix those. So I did include that in my listing, and I started it low. So threw that down on the floor. I've talked about Afghans before. I only usually buy them when I can get them at a low enough price because you just don't know what they're gonna do. It takes somebody seeing the Afghan and saying, oh, I wanna buy that Afghan. Because you really can't, you know, some patterns sell better than others, but predicting what they're gonna do is just, I still haven't figured it out. Now this blanket, I have not listed yet because honestly, Andrew and I were trying to debate what the fabric is.
Yeah.
I wanna say felt, but it's not felt.
It's too thick.
It's too thick, and it's not wool because it's soft. It's like almost like a, I don't know. I can't list it until I figure out what kind of fabric.
Sure, it's not like a cotton.
I don't know. It's a very heavy warm. Like just holding it makes me feel hot. You know. This is such a hot blanket, and the back has like an almost silky feel. So I don't know about this blanket. I haven't listed it yet. Can't figure it out. It's got me puzzled.
Oh no, all the stitch work is really great.
It's really great. It's a fantastic blanket. I just have to figure out what the fabric is before I list it because I don't want to mislead anyone, and I want to make sure that I have my facts correct. So, last but not least, at the antique shop, my favorite, absolute favorite. This has already been on Juliet's bed, but I pulled it off to do this video. This is my Lone Star quilt. Probably my nicest Lone Star quilt because there are no tears or rips on it. It is absolutely stunning and I love it. I absolutely love it. I did get the blood stains out of it. I used OxyClean. Yay! They should just probably sponsor me at this point, I think.
You use enough of it.
I do actually, yes. I used OxyClean and I also used Woolite on it because it's just, you know, sensitive and stuff. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it's late.
Delicate.
I can't think of words right now.
It's delicate.
I need more coffee. So I was able to get the blood stain out of it, which was, you know, I figured was going to be kind of a challenge. I paid $19 for this quilt. If I was to sell it, it would probably sell between $150 and $250. But I'm not selling it. It's going to stay with me. I just wish that I had a twin size bed and I could put it on my bed. It'd be a little snugger.
So if we don't have a twin size bed to put it on, why aren't we selling it?
Because Juliet has a twin size bed. Actually, she has a 3/4 size bed.
I was gonna say, no, she doesn't.
And it makes it very difficult. Okay, so let's talk about the thrift store stuff. Andrew, would you like to go first about thrift store stuff?
All right.
I'm going to put our total spend up here in the corner so you know how much we spent at the thrift store because I've already peeled off some of the tags so we could list the stuff online.
Doesn't matter which thrift store.
It does not matter.
All
We
right.
went to 2 thrift stores. We went to Community Aid and Goodwill, but our total spend is up here because
Right.
it's not a whole lot of stuff, so it's not worth parsing out.
This is awesome. I'm starting off with this deco bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So these are online, and this bowl is selling for what, between
Between 20 and 25.
20 and 25. Okay.
And we paid $5.
$5 for it. Just, I love this.
Yeah, I like the mayonnaise thing.
Yeah.
But there was another matching piece. It was like a little mayonnaise thing, and it had a glass spoon that matched. It was really cool. But I like the bowl was nice.
Because everybody needs a ice cream choo-choo train planter for their house.
You see, I normally don't buy nursery planters, but I just could not resist on this one because there's an ice cream cone on it.
Yeah, I just want to lick this thing.
Please don't. No, you already licked pastrami, woman, and just no more licking stuff, okay? I would expect this to sell between $15 and $20. It's probably more if Andrew licked it, but we're not gonna resort to that. We're not gonna sell ourselves.
I don't generally, when you go to the thrift store, you find a lot of fire department glasses and mugs. They're vintage, they're cool. Some of them, they've even got like pottery ones shaped like a hose nozzle. Some neat looking stuff, but there's just not a market for it. There's nobody going crazy over Coatesville, PA fire department, volunteer fire department mugs. But this is a little different. This is firemen, just in general.
Yeah, it's not specific.
But the fireman on here is vintage. He's old school.
Oh, we've got a train coming. We're gonna have to pause the video and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Okay.
All right.
Talk about your fireman mug.
All right. So, last but not least, like I said, vintage firefighter on there. Really cool old style mug. I like that.
No, somebody had mentioned in the comments, I don't know if this is true, but the gold paint, it might not be able to go in the microwave. I never even thought about that.
You know, that's quite possible. Yeah,
I would have never thought of
yeah.
that. So, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's.
I'm not going to try it.
Put it in the microwave and find out.
No, we're not going to find out.
Can we get video of it?
No.
Okay, fine.
No. All right.
It'll be fun though, right?
Cool. 1805 Bird and Bottle Inn.
I've got bad news about it though.
That's okay.
It's not worth anything.
I don't care.
It's cool. I knew you would want to keep it anyway. That's why I was like, you know.
I have birds and I
bottles,
dig bottles.
And it's perfect.
I've been to an inn. So.
A couple times.
Actually, I saw another one of these, but a large style.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted $5 for the large style. This was $3. Look, it's okay.
They're neat.
Yeah.
I like it. It fits you.
It fits the historical theme.
Yes.
This was awesome. The Mary Rose. This was Royal Grafton fine bone china made in England. The Mary Rose sank in 1545 and it was raised in 1982.
That's pretty neat.
So this is from the Mary Rose Trust, and it.
You can't microwave that one either.
No, because all the gold around it.
I could try.
But this was $1.99. This is really cool. I hope the glare isn't too bad.
Let me do it for you.
It's got the huge sailing ship on it.
I think that if we wanted to, we could put beer in this and not coffee. I think this is a beer mug. And
I'm sure the shipwreck mug would be a great beer mug.
It's not a coffee. Although you could put a lot of coffee in there.
Yes, you could. I don't know. I wouldn't want to drink that much coffee in one sitting though.
Probably not. Okay, continue before I run out of battery life.
This is cute. I like this. Side door shop. I caught this. So the side door shop was actually a local Hanover business, wasn't it?
Yes.
They are out of business, and there is somebody else that knew about this and knew where.
I found this out by looking for another example on eBay, and there was someone else with items listed from the side door shop from Hanover. Maybe they watch your videos, I don't know. But they had items from side door shop listed, and in their listing it said that side door shop has been long out of business in Hanover, which I thought was neat. So maybe they have more information on side door shop.
Yeah, it's a little local piece of history, you know?
Yeah.
Local business, it's not there anymore. And the piece is really cool. It's got the couple.
Is that writing on it?
Yeah, on the bottom.
I thought on that side.
So it's got the couple that's bicycling together, and then a couple that's ice skating together. So it's kind of cool.
Cute.
Yeah, I liked it. I think this was the only other. Yeah, this was the only other thrift store. Obviously, duh.
Don't eat off of it; it'll poison you.
Yes, I know.
Is that what it said on the map?
Yes, yes, it does. It says decorative purpose only, not to be used for serving foods. made in Japan, copyright 1975. Spencer Gifts Inc.
Oh.
Spencer's doesn't sell cool stuff like this anymore. Now they
No, they don't.
sell like
Weird stuff.
and t-shirts and
Yeah.
adult things.
Weird stuff.
Yes. Edible things.
I haven't been in there in a long time. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's talk about the stuff that I got at the thrift store. I got quite a few exciting pieces. I'm going to shove this quilt off.
I did grab a couple books there too.
Yes.
And this giant Civil War lighthouse poster, but that's for me anyway, so.
Here's this silly Civil War. Okay, so let's talk about the purse first.
I like that.
This was actually from the Goodwill. We're just combining, we're doing all of it all at once. The brand is Sourpuss. It is
If I was a chick, I would have rocked that.
It is meant to look vintage. It is not. It's like a vintage style. What I like about it is it's an atomic style, a mid-century atomic style. And I love atomic, so I had to buy it. This brand actually sells pretty well, and I would expect this purse to probably go between $20 and $35. It's like a bowler bag is what they were calling it, I guess.
And it's like,
Not a
it's in
purse
absolutely beautiful
It's in really good
it's
condition.
Like,
And it doesn't smell bad either.
let me see it. You know, one of the other things I was looking at too at some of the other purses that we've sold is I was checking out the inside. So like when I pack them, I actually shove
So
paper.
do I.
I shove paper inside so it keeps it from getting smushed. But I checked to see if there's like a ton of makeup in the bottom of the bag.
Yeah.
And you could tell how well used it is. But
That one's in good condition.
and this one's all got a pouch in the front too. So I like it.
I like it too. I was excited to find it.
She's got me picking purses now.
Purses. This is another one I grabbed. This is like a burlap material. It's Merry Christmas. I think it's some stitching work. I'm not sure what you would call that kind of stitching work. But it has Christmas trees, Merry Christmas. Even on the handle, it's got Christmas trees. But
That's a lot of time and effort into a piece
really
like that.
neat, though, and it's like
Even if it was a
new.
kit, that somebody put
Look
together.
at the inside. It's like corduroy.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Yeah, it's lined with corduroy. Like, who does that? Normally
That's
it's like
pretty
that
awesome.
cheap cotton. Cheap cotton. It's late. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I got this because Sue was speaking to me through Jeffrey. She was like,
Buy it.
buy it. You need it.
Buy it.
Don't leave it behind. And I just couldn't leave it behind. So I bought this. It is marked Japanese porcelain decorated in Hong Kong. It is ACF. This mark is 1970s.
It's still really cool though.
It is. It's really neat. It is it's actually a porcelain bowl, and it is encased in pewter, but it is encased so that it is a ashtray.
Yeah, so you've got the little rests are brass, but somebody had made mention. Yeah, I almost
lost it.
Somebody had made mention for old ashtrays that they use them for their makeup brushes, which I think is a great
Or
idea.
incense, or paintbrushes. I mean, those are the different uses people have
I
suggested.
mean, even if you have it as just like a little change bowl on your dresser, still. But for the ladies, a makeup brush dish is perfect because then this way you don't get that schmutz.
The schmutz.
The schmutz all over
All over.
clay.
I love you. Okay. These little Chemin Bavaria reticulated dishes. We have bought Chemin Bavaria before. We find it actually quite often. I don't know why. It just seems to jump out at us. The reticulated is this little punch out thing you're seeing here. These are nut dishes. They came in a set. We have 2. A set of 5 of these would sell for like around $40. So we've got 2. Like $8 a piece. Is my math right? Please tell me my math is right. Never do well in math.
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
You guys can do
I was
math.
just kind of zoning out.
He's just gonna agree with me no matter what I say.
Pretty much.
I'm not sure.
I'll live longer that way.
I'm not sure about this little plate. It is also Schumann Bavaria. I'm not sure what its purpose would be because it's just a little plate. A little one. It could have been like a little...
Could it be for a
A
child's?
saucer. I don't know.
A child's set?
I mean, the other ones are nut dishes, and then this one is just kind of the awkward, like, why?
Butter.
Butter? Oh, like a little butter plate. I'm not sure. I've got them listed. I paid $3.
Could it be a lemon wedge plate?
I haven't been saying what I think I can get.
Tea bag plate?
Wait. I've been saying what I think I can get for this stuff. So I'm not sure how much I can get for the plate, but I know what I can get for those. And as for this, the 1970s ACF stuff doesn't sell for a ton of money, but I would expect probably, I'm gonna say $12 to $15 for this. For this, I'm not sure because it's handmade. We're just gonna see how it does.
It's unique.
It's unique. This is another piece I got at the thrift store. I liked it because it was hand blown. I also liked it because even though it kind of looks like a oil cruet, it doesn't actually go all the way through. It's actually a candlestick. So it's a little candlestick holder. I don't know. It's got a rough pontil mark on the bottom. I wish it had a friend, but it's all by itself. So I'm not sure how much that would sell for. And I was kind of debating, and that's why I haven't listed it yet. It's because I was hemming and hawing over it and how to describe it and what it, I don't even know.
They tried to polish the panel down a little bit, but they didn't do such a good job on the polishing of it. But they did get rid of all the sharp.
The sharp edges.
Yeah.
It is a really, I like the color of the glass. I think that's
too.
why I was like, ooh, blue glass.
It's more of like a, I wouldn't say cobalt blue, more like a cornflower blue.
It is, yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think that's why I like it. Ooh, let's not get the ring light. Oh, look, here's some crewel. I liked the crewel. I pick it up quite often. I have not listed it yet because I have to consult Andrew on how I'd like to ship this.
As is.
As is, in a box.
Just make a flat box for it and wrap it nice and professionally like I do everything else.
Oh, so good. Mr. Shipping Department. So it's just cruel, and I'm not sure how much this would sell for. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would say probably between 18 and 20.
I was gonna go 15 to 20.
15 to 20?
I was gonna say 15 to 20.
Yeah, so maybe right around 18. I think we're right somewhere around there. But this old crewel work, I love it. I don't know what it is about it, but it gets me every time. I like that it's vintage. Oh, I know. I literally took this stuff straight
because I'll
up.
tell you what, I think once the glass is wiped out on that, the colors will even pop even more.
Yes.
I used a lot of color in that.
And last but not least, the tray. This is a piece I will more than likely be keeping for myself. It is specially handmade and designed by Helen Strasball.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, right? And I don't know, the glass has some scratching, unfortunately. We paid $8 for this, but it's hand painted. The flowers that are on there are actually hand painted. And
so what is that? That's reverse painted on glass then?
I don't know if it's reverse painted. I'm not seeing reverse painted. I think it's just glass, and then I think it's
glass over top of it.
I think it's glass over top of it, yeah. But I like the artwork, so I'm gonna end up putting it on my coffee table, I think, for $8. Anyway,
It's kind of cool though too, because the little tag that's on there. Yeah. So my mom does Afghans, and she's got her own little personal tags like that.
I know. That's why I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have picked it up if it didn't have the tag on it. But you guys know me; I get sentimental about these things, and I saw the tag, and I was like, you know, somebody was proud enough about this piece of work to put their name on it.
Yeah.
And for it to be at the thrift store, just kind of chilling.
I like it. I think what we need to do is we need to research the name a little bit and see if we can figure out.
Find out who she is and
where she's from.
Yeah, I liked it, so I'll probably hold on to that one too. But I think that's pretty much everything that we got in these 2 days of shopping. We made out really well. I don't know if we're gonna technically make our money back, but that's because we're keeping a lot of the stuff. So
I don't do as well at the antique store. I don't know. You have a thing about being able to pick things from the antique.
That's
Antique
because
stores,
I used to always pick at antique shops, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll try to do thrift stores.
I have always had the most difficult time picking an antique store, but your talent in the antique stores is pretty good.
That's where I'm in my element.
Yeah.
My old videos, if you watch way back, my oldest videos, antique shops are the only place I used to film. Antique shops. That is where.
I mean, I remember the first time she like totally impressed me with the antique shops. Took a $125 lamp and turned it into $500 in 15 minutes. Impressive. Absolutely impressive.
It's a superpower.
Find me another Royal Hager giraffe lamp.
If I find another
with
Royal Hager
matching
giraffe lamp,
finial.
I'm keeping it. We've already talked. They know I'm keeping it. You just have to accept that. But anyway, I think that pretty much covers everything. Yeah. I do need to acknowledge the elephant in the room. I did get some work done on my arm that I'm not super proud of. I had an oopsie over the past few days. I went to go get some work done by my tattoo artist, and he was intoxicated.
So he took a garden scene and made it an underwater scene with bubbles.
So my woods is actually now an aquarium scene
with some seaweed in there.
With some seaweed and really bad lines. I'm embarrassed by it, so I was like.
But in 3 weeks,
in 3 weeks, I'm going to 717 Tattoo in Mechanicsburg, and they're going to make it all right. I had a consultation today, but I know that everybody's gonna be asking and everyone's gonna notice it, and so I told Andrew before we did this video, I have to acknowledge it. We have to put it out there, and if you guys know about it, so that is what happened. It's like my worst possible nightmare. It's very tragic. I'm just gonna acknowledge it here on the YouTube video and nowhere else. But it happens. We're gonna fix it. And we're gonna move forward.
And now we can laugh about it instead of.
And we're gonna be able to laugh about it in about 4 weeks after they fix it in 3. So, anyway, that pretty much sums up our video, right?
Yep, that's it.
Tomorrow is going to be a flea market video. We went to the flea market and we got some really great stuff. We like totally killed it. We like. I'm looking forward to the haul video on that because it's just like so much amazingness.
I don't know if I'm gonna be home to film.
He might not even be home to film that with me because he's going away with Garrett Metal Detectors, the company that sponsors me. He's going on a
6 days at the World Scout Jamboree teaching kids how to metal detect.
Yes,
so it's gonna be fun.
He will be helping them with that. I may be doing that one solo,
But no, I'm here with you in spirit.
In spirit, he will be here.
With all my items that I picked and beat her with, as usual. Because I'm awesome.
Yeah. At least one of us said it. So anyway, you guys have that to look forward to. The following day will be a haul. And then we're back with Real Nifty Vintage on Tuesday. So we've got another one of those videos coming up. But I guess I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow, actually, not later. Tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.
Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've spotted something that you just can't live without, don't worry. I've put a link to our Etsy store down in the description.